Hey, welcome back, people. This is a good song for this. It's about manifesting this video. This is important about manifesting and positivity. I've been able to reach out to a few people and tell them my new channel, and I saw Johnny B and Marianne, so hopefully both of you have found my channel so you can participate and offer the useful information you have in the past. Both Johnny B's and Marianne's comments, I was able to copy and paste your comments from the old videos on this re-upload of these videos. So, but I've learned so much more in the last few weeks. Basically, where this new age person called it super manifestors, which I think is a good term. Basically, it's not that we're special, but I believe this holds true for all the RH negatives, that we can affect reality, okay? I'll cite an example real quick where 3 times in a row the train ended. You know what I'm saying? The train ended right when I needed it to cross, unimpeded. You get what I'm saying? So I'm up to a train crossing 3 times in a row, 3 separate instances. The train ended literally as my foot was crossing. You know what I'm saying? And I can't find the videos. I think I deleted them because I didn't, I don't know. I didn't think I'd ever have to re-upload them again, but it's good to have evidence of what I'm claiming here about manifestation. The reason I say it is, if you're, I don't say be positive because this is a beautiful world, it is, and people are lovely because a lot of them aren't, but we have to be positive. I think that arch negatives are I like super generators. We can, okay, yesterday I'm going to the store, I'm like, well, I hope I don't see this girl at the store again, because it's a girl I'd asked out a month ago or something, and it's like she had a boyfriend, but I feel such strong chemistry with her, and every time I go in the store I see the same person. So on the way to the store I'm like, I hope I don't see her, right? And as soon as I walk in the store, she's right there. We run right into each other. It happens almost all the time, and I don't want to get closer to her because I think I'll try to manifest a physical relationship with her because she's cute. I don't want to do that. I want to tell her about God and stuff. And I don't believe she's like us anyway, but anyway, I'm not sure what Marianne's type is. I need to ask her. But basically all of the, I found a lot of differences between the A, B negatives and the O negatives. And, yeah, we're different. The O negatives, your eyes will change color more often. They say you have a preference for eating red meat, but I've always eaten red meat, and I'm A negative. But I'm going to stay focused here. It's funny, the other day, I made a video, it was my last video on my old channel for, see? I don't know if you can see the light bulb is blown out. That is the 3rd or 4th blown out light bulb in the last few weeks. But I don't say be positive because I'm a very optimistic person full of love. I say be positive because if you believe, you know what I'm saying? If you believe, and you can manifest, okay? Here's another example. Last month, I was at a gas station in the morning, okay? My favorite gas station. I always go to this gas station, and I always did go to the gas station, all right? And I'm there in the morning, and I have a cigarette, but I'm not outside the car. It's in the ashtray burning while I fill up my car. And I'm filling up the car, and the door is open, right? My driver door. And I visualize in my mind fumes creeping up into the door, into the ashtray, causing an explosion. So very quickly, I reached over and shut the driver's side door while I continued filling the gas in the car, okay? Because in my head, I had a quick thing of this could start a fire, and there could be a big explosion or a fire at a gas station. Streaming consciousness, you have those thoughts. Not less than, I'd say, 4 hours later, there was a big dump truck that caught on fire, and it blew out the pumps in the gas station. I should take videos. I have before. Again, I uploaded them, then deleted them. But what happened was, I think, just by me thinking about that, guys, how rare is a fire at a gas station pumps where the pumps catch on fire, right? I mean, it was a huge mess, guys, and it happened the same day I had that thought. And so what if the train stopping 3 times in a row was God's way of showing me that me and you, especially if you're RH negative. I think normal people can do it too, but I think especially if you're RH negative, you can affect this world. Be mindful of your thoughts, okay? Be mindful of your thoughts. And I think O negatives are just as cool as the A's or AB negative. You know, I don't want to have any more division because we're so rare as it is that the arch negatives there are of us shouldn't be like, well, I don't like you as an arch negative because your skin's too light. Because, you know, O negatives typically have fairer skin, reddish hair. But I believe the O negatives, just like the A's and B negatives, that we can affect this reality, man. I'm telling you we can. And I'm not trying to say we're like gods, okay? We're not. But I'm not trying to say I'm special and powerful. I'm saying we all are. So be positive in your thoughts because God will manifest it sometimes. And I don't know where this is leading to, okay? I don't know what it means. But I know people like Renee, D49, she's really strong and positive. Like a lot of arch negative women are very strong. They don't like injustice. They don't like being pushed around. And every single one of them I met are like that. All of you ladies are. Most of you are B negatives. But I don't think I've met an O negative yet. Female. But look, this whole video is about manifestation. Manifestation. Look, I'm not talking about that rule that Eckhart Tolle or whoever wrote. It was the rule of attraction, the power of attraction. But this is so important for you who are RH negatives. Be positive. Believe. Having your thoughts, like beautiful thoughts of you meeting someone like you who you can talk about, you know, Yeshua with or Jesus with, you know what I'm saying? Like, because, okay, so I'm just going to the store to get some bananas, okay? But on the way there, I think about that woman, and it could be interpreted as, well, you thought about her because you have good intuition, and so you knew you were going to see her. Or it could be that just by thinking about her, that it caused that situation to occur where I saw her, okay? And I really think it's a little bit of both, you know? It's a little bit of manifestation. But I felt this was really important to get this message out there. And for any of the people that came back to my channel, I'm re-uploading all your guys' old comments on the videos that I can upload, but I'm not being able to upload all my old comments. I just have to, I'm pretty much out of the system, but I have to wait till I'm out of a system because they can scan your social media and your videos. And because I was acting kind of crazy when I was upset and I had a fever and I had to drive, and then I was upset again because I was talking about God and no one was listening to me in group. And then I was talking about like flat earth, which is something I just speculate. I'm not saying I believe in it. I'm just saying, but if you do believe in it, if you look at the DSM manual, the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual for Psychiatric Disorders in America, they can, if you say on video you believe in flat earth, they can use that to institutionalize you. I'm not even kidding. So just remember that. Just be careful, you know. A lot of you are very brave just talking about it, or you just don't know the possibilities of getting in trouble for doing that. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I just want you all to, I've reached out to a few of you. I'm following Marianne. I think I'm following Johnny B. But I couldn't figure out how to message you, you know. And then I saw Marianne on another channel, and this morning I messaged her. And then I saw Johnny B resubbed, and I've been talking about you and the stuff you said, bro, because you're one of the first people who brought up the theory that you were the second person who's like, is it possible we're descendants of Jesus? And it's okay to think things and speculate like that. I'm very glad that man offered that theory because he wasn't the only one. There were 3 other of you who did the same thing, you know? So all of you saying that, and then after meeting all of you, I meet a woman, Maria, who said all this other stuff that was biblical about our blood types and really fleshed it out for me. Really knew a lot of stuff, like, and for like Johnny B, Marianne, and any of you arch negatives, all the Maries and Marias I met, you may want to check out Garden of Truth and Lies, I think it's called. Garden of Truth and Lies channel. I don't know the guy 100%. He seems legit. I know anyone these days it's going to be educating and teaching this stuff, though. Because Desiree DeBellis said, hey, check out him. He's a good teacher. And I'm like, I'm careful calling people teachers because I'm so wary of, you know, people that are not legit, like Zachary Hubbard or whatever. But look, I believe I've talked to 2 different RH negative women on the phone in the last week, and I've talked to several on the phone in the last month. Every single one of them had middle name Maria or Maria. I don't know what that means, okay? My whole life I had relationships with people. They weren't all named Maria or Maria, except my girlfriends growing up. Growing up my teens and late 20s, all of them were middle name, not Maria, but Marie's. It's just an interesting pattern. But this video is about manifesting. So when you're going to go pick up your kids, from school or something, or you're about to see your kids, imagine seeing them and it being like a lovely thing. And they're telling you all about their awesome day that they had as a silly kid, and all the innocence of kids who haven't yet discovered the darkness in this world, which is really good. It's good. That's what's cool about children. They're innocent, They're like animals, like pets, like puppies and cats. That's why people get so upset when people hurt animals or children, especially me, because I was abused growing up. And, I don't want to delve into this, because most of us were. Any of you guys, especially the RH negatives, were probably heavily abused growing up in some manner. I just keep running into it over and over. And a lot of you right now are undergoing very difficult circumstances. So, yeah. But, yeah, this video is just about... and don't ever think I'm perfect or put me on a pedestal. Every 6 months or so, I'm good for a freak out, guys, and I get upset. But think about me more like you. Like I'm flawed like you are. You just are only seeing on YouTube a two-dimensional thing of me, like a facade. You're not seeing like the person who has all these doubts and angst and neurosis, So I'm so glad Johnny B's on my channel again now, man. I was following him, and then I reposted a lot of your old comments too on the Charlie Chaplin video, and I'll continue doing it. It takes so much time, and for the time being, I just can't specifically discuss stuff like the flat Earth. I mean, I can say I believe it's a good theory, and I don't really believe in planets, kinda, but I can't give concrete testimony or whatever of that, So look, this is what I want you guys to do. I want you to be mindful of your thoughts throughout the day, okay? And you must be positive. It's not for just you. It's for everyone. Because if we're like these super generators, we can and especially if we all work together and we're all working positive and we're all spread out throughout the world, dude. We're seeded all over the world because it's like starting a fire, I said, where you have a lot of little embers and then they join together. We're all the little hot embers that are starting this fire of awakening. And it's going through us. I'm just a messenger. And, yeah, I will, in the future, I'm going to start another anonymous channel where I can talk about stuff a little more freely. I'm almost out of this legal stuff, though, and as soon as that happens, I don't have to worry about them scanning my social media. Because I had videos that would have caused me some major issues, because I was complaining about my case manager person, and I wasn't being respectful, really. And it's like, so what? You're just expressing yourself in video. Yeah, but when I go see that person, if they see this video, they might not even watch the whole thing, and they might not hear the whole thing, and they're just going to say, well, F you, because that's what I said in the video, So I can't re-upload that one. I can't reload a bunch of them, but it's okay. But for the time being, I'm focusing on leading people to Jesus and reaching out to other RH negatives and telling you to do the same thing I am, and that's to be positive. And it's been nice. I've spoken to several of you on the phone, mainly, I think, all women. And I've learned so much more from these conversations because there's a comment on a video is very short, And that's like Johnny B made a huge comment about Charlie Chaplin. And, it was that, dude, that his comment on that is what led me to start analyzing. Because I was like, when he said, no, I don't think that all the world leaders are RH negative. I'm like, really? Sure, dude. You know what I'm saying? I just kind of blew him off. I was kind of elitist about it because I was too in love with my theory. You can't ever be too in love with your theory. I had the same thing happen with the big red planet thing, where I was too in love with that. And then so many people, there's negative ministers, Christian ministers, telling about the rapture last December, right? And they're perpetuating this negative message. Not all of them, but... So the point of this video was, I wanted to welcome back Mary Ann and Johnny B, because you've had valuable contributions on my old channel. And this channel is not going to go anywhere at all, because if I would do different content, I'll do it on another channel. But I'm going to keep this channel, and all my comments from here on out, you know. I've been commenting on YouTube for 2 or 3 years, and a lot of my old comments were really not good, and I just didn't want to have a paper trail where my case manager could look me up and see all this stuff, and then I could get stuck in the system for years, and I would basically lose my freedom of speech. So I had to be careful. I wish I would have deleted them all very much sooner, because I've been worrying, not as much, but just worrying about the implications or the consequences of me talking about flat earth and a lot of these other things. Because when I'm talking about the supernatural contact, when a psychologist hears that, they're going to think I was hallucinating, and they're going to want to prescribe that, which is a form of psychosis, and then they would prescribe medicine. So if I'm testifying about an alien contact and seeing these beings, you know what I'm saying? I hope you understand. It's been really hard, guys. I've just lost my insurance, my health insurance, and I'm not sitting here to complain, but I'm saying a lot of the women I'm talking to, they're going through extraordinary adversity too. They're all arch negatives, but I just want you to know that it's really hard for all of us right now. So don't get down on yourself, and don't be too hard on yourself, because I do that enough for all of us. And if you have negative thoughts about yourself and what a jerk you are, don't be too hard on yourself about that either. Just give yourself a break. None of us are perfect. You know, I'm not perfect. I'm just believe I'm doing my best to do what I'm supposed to do, to tell you guys stuff, and then you guys tell other people and other people and other people, you know. But first things first, be positive. When you're thinking in your head about stuff, just streaming consciousness, monitor it, and make sure it's positive, and make sure you're not like defeated like so many people are. Because I believe God showed me that the whole thing with the manifesting the train 3 times and all these other events that keep happening, the gas station fire, right after I had that thought. And I know it's not concrete, but I'm saying it just struck me that there's a gas station fire, a big fire at the pumps, which is exactly what I was concerned about earlier that day. You know, the 3 train thing, and then seeing the girl at the grocery store, I was thinking about, like, I really do believe we're like super manifestors, super generators. God's given us the ability to alter this reality to some degree. It's not anything we're doing out within ourselves without God allowing us to. So just believe and think positive about each other. Forgive all your enemies and forgive yourself, because I think most of us have done a lot of messed up stuff, and a lot of us are haunted, you know. And I think in our darkest times we're being used by evil things, you know. So just don't be too hard on yourselves. But there's a book called The Power of Now, or The Power of I can't remember. The Secret, I think it was called The Secret. Okay, and all these people were reading The Secret, and they thought they could change their life, and it wasn't happening. I read it worked for some people, okay, because the theory behind the book The Secret is, if you can think it, you can make it, right? I'm not saying that is what's happening. I'm saying that RH negatives, we can think stuff, and it'll somehow manifest in reality. We can't like manifest a gigantic cruise liner, like I want to manifest a Titanic ocean liner, you know. You can't manifest that, you know. I don't think that's possible, but you can affect your reality, and that means you can affect others. So let's just so this whole video, in conclusion, it was all about manifesting. I try to stay on topic. I wanted to get this out as soon as possible because it keeps happening. So all of you, and I'm focused more on RH negatives, but I tell all of you normal humans to also just be positive, okay? Because it doesn't have to be negative. So don't say woe is me ever, because if you've ever had to like go to prison and you were imprisoned in some place and you were starving because they didn't feed you enough food, and you were getting messed with by other people and getting your ass kicked, then you get out in the freedom again. You can do what you want. You can pee if you want. You can, nap if you want. You can eat if you want. You can feel the sun on your skin. A lot of us don't have perspective, and I bet if a lot of you were forced to go to prison or jail for like a month, when you got out of it, you would completely have a whole new opinion on your entire existence. And it's hard to get that perspective, though. And A. Maria, my friend's RH negative sister, said this to me the other day, like, it's unfortunate that people have to lose everything and go through so much badness before they wake up and realize how good they have it. And it's absolutely true. So, and when I talk to you ladies on the phone and gentlemen, I'm not going to say like your specific names. I'll just say initials or a middle name, because I like to bring forward into the video what I've learned from several of you. And, and C. Marie, be strong. I'm praying for you, so I hope it helps. I believe it can help. So I'm praying that your situation calms down and that you can get your bearings, and God is with you and you haven't lost your faith, and that's very, very important. And A. Marie is also full of faith and love. So I love you all, and sorry for all the confusion. It's just been one thing after the other. And eventually I'll do another channel where I can talk about more diverse topics like I did before. But for now, I think we could just talk about our special blood type and, Lord and Savior. I say Yeshua now because I think that's the way you're supposed to. I thought it sounded kind of Jewish, but it's the intent. When people say Jesus, they're thinking the same thing I'm saying when I say Yeshua, and vice versa. So it's, but look, right now in my life, I just lost my insurance. And the reason that happened is it's just Murphy's Law, guys. Murphy's Law. One thing after another keeps going wrong. But I did for like a couple weeks in December. I kind of was lamenting it, because it was so much. But now, once you get through it, you kind of get your bearings straight again and you keep moving forward. You just got to believe. And you got to not be selfish and think, oh, why'd this happen to me? Me. And so many of us do that a lot. So let's all be positive and see, let's give back to this world, and maybe if we are in the end times, we can make this world better for the children that are growing up in it. I think that's it. So I thank you for your loyalty, those of you who came back to my channel, and hopefully I'll get most of your old comments up, and we can talk about pretty much anything. I just can't put a lot of my old comments up because there's, I don't know. I didn't write for entertainment purposes only in all these comments where I'm saying crazy stuff, so it could be tweaking the wrong way. So now I got a clean slate. I don't have any old crazy comments or crazy videos either. I trimmed my beard. Okay. God, dude, what are you doing? Be professional, Joseph. So, welcome back, Johnny B. and Marianne, and I appreciate your valuable contributions in the past, and hopefully you guys and gals can be one of many who we all help each other to do what we're supposed to do here. And I personally don't believe A negative is better than O negative or AB negative. I think AB is the purest, but I don't think O negative is better or worse than A negative. You know what I'm saying? I just think they're different. They're RH negatives that are different within the RH negative thing. They have, but they blow out light bulbs and all that stuff too, like we do. And anyway, so last thing we need to do is divide ourselves from the very few who are actually like us too. We got to all work together, And I think the world leaders, I've heard that the world leaders, the ones that aren't RH negative, that there are actually O negative world leaders and that they're the evil ones. But I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? I can't commit to that 100% right now because I don't want to say that because then everyone that's O negative is going to be thinking, I'm saying they're bad, and that's not cool. It's like when people call us lizards and reptiles, like it's just really insulting. I don't get it. So even though there's some basis to it. All right. Yeshua bless you. Out.